Amid rising temperatures and low access to recreational activities in the coronavirus pandemic, parks are considered an important retreat for many communities. But due to the unequal access to parks, communities of color and low-income neighborhoods may be particularly vulnerable to public health concerns. A new study has serving primarily non-white populations, are half the size and 5 times crowded as the parks that serve white populations, the study, the Trust for Public Land, said. The study analyzed data from 14,000 locations across the country to understand the availability of parks in communities. It also found that parks serving majority low-income households were 4 times smaller and 4 times more crowded than parks in wealthy neighborhoods. Communities of color also often lack the mere existence of access to any park in its vicinity, according to the study. In Detroit, where 78% of residents are black, 6% of the land is designated for parks, trailing far behind the national median of 15, the study said. The unequal access to parks tasks communities of color and low-income communities with an urgent public health concern, as experts point out that parks are also natural cooling centers for communities during extremely hot weather, the study said. The lack of equal access to parks for communities of color is particularly urgent given this summer's soaring temperatures, the study said. Each year, more than 65,000 people visit an emergency room for heat-related illness and more than 600 people die, according to federal statistics, and temperatures continue to rise across the country. Parks can help. According to the study, parks play an important role in coping with extreme heat. The research showed large parks with trees and vegetation can be as much as 17 degrees cooler than the surrounding cityscape. Researchers found that communities within a 10-minute walking distance to parks can be as much as 6 degrees cooler than dense urban areas that are distant from trees and vegetation. As a report published by scholars at the University of Washington Tacoma, UC Berkeley and the University of Michigan pointed out, this lack of trees and vegetation can put low-income neighborhoods at a higher risk for heat-related illnesses.